Hello and welcome back to the Derppocalypse episode 2. If you want to know what the Derppocalypse is, then go check out my channel, because episode 1 explains it all. Don't just start on episode 2 like some sort of degenerate, okay? No, I'm just kidding. You can. It's not going to affect anything. So, today's movie was requested by one of my many Twitch followers. Shift AC, thanks bud. Good recommendation. Movie was a lot of fun, very entertaining. I heartily recommend that everyone watch it. It is called House of the Dead, and it's apparently made by Sega, or I don't know if they made it, but the game that it's based on, Sega made. Anyway, I don't even remember this game, but it's like an arcade game where you're shooting zombies and such. I totally forgot this was even a game until I watched the movie, but it did remind me of the game, which was actually kind of a neat little arcade game. Okie dokie, first scene is here. Sideburns. He's sitting on these steps just thinking about how ridiculous his sideburns are. Not really. He's reflecting back on how all of his friends got eaten by zombies the night before. How'd that happen? You're about to find out, buckaroo. Next scene is Sideburns here in his head doing a monologue where he's talking about all his friends that just got killed, and it's like a character introduction sequence. And they did it in this like neat noir style, him narrating stuff in his own mind kind of thing, and I liked it. I dug it. All right, I like the cut of this guy's job, except for them sideburns. They're still ridiculous. Anyway, we're not worried about him introducing characters because this is my channel and I'm going to introduce the characters, damn it. All right, first up, boom, the two white guys. All right, we're going to call them Chad and Chaz. I'm not sure which one's which. Whatever, you decide. Next up, the token black person, which is this young lady here. This guy in the opening narration just referred to her as Foxy Brown, and that seems borderline racially insensitive to me, but Sega already did it by calling her this here, so I'm just gonna stick with that. Boom. Problem solved. If that's racially insensitive, take it up with Sega. Next up, this lady. I don't know what else to call her, so I'm just going to call her Frizz, because that hair, this is clearly a humid environment they're in, and it is not doing that hair any favors. Next up, Blondie here, but I'm not calling her Blondie, because I already called someone Blondie in episode 1, so instead, we're going to call her Pancake, because pancakes are flat. I'm going to call her Pancake for 2 reasons. Moving on. Okay, so, I mean, the movie really starts kicking off here, I guess, because we come to this little rave thing, and we're introduced to 2 characters who do not have a very long life expectancy, but whatever, they're in here, so I gotta give them a name. This dude, we're gonna call him Puka Boy, because he's got on one of them douchey puka necklaces, so if you're wearing one of those necklaces, sorry, but you're a douche. Just kidding. No, but you are, though. Anyway, this girl, I'm gonna call her, I don't know, Nebraska. She gave me, like, Midwestern vibes, you know what I mean? Whatever, moving on. So anyway, Sideburns is also at this rave, but he didn't really do anything here, except for his weird friend is just like filming this girl's boobs while she's talking to him, and she didn't seem bothered by it, so I mean, whatever, I guess. Anyway, back to Bravo team. They're trying to get to this island where Sideburns is at, because apparently this is like a big deal rave, and all the college kids want to go get hammered. I don't know. Anyway, they missed the ferry, so they have to find a boat. They do actually manage to find a boat, and guess who's on it? Clint Howard. That's who. It's him and this old salty sea captain guy. And we're going to call them Skipper and Gilligan. Just sit right back. Anyway, Skipper's like, nah, I'm not taking you because I don't want to. And so Chad, or Chaz, whatever, it's like, hey, what if I just give you a big wad of money? And this guy's like, all right, then I do like money, so sure, why not? But then Gilligan here is like, but wait, there's ghost. And they're like, yeah, I don't really care. I'm just trying to get drunk and see some boobies. So they decide to go anyway. But as they're leaving, there's this Coast Guard lady, and she shows up, and she's like, hey, stop, because we got to search your boat. And the captain's like, nah, I'm just going to drive away. So anyway, back on the island, Puka Boy from Nebraska have decided to go skinny dipping. So Nebraska gets necky, and I don't know if you guys ever seen a horror movie, but if you're a female, it's a good idea to keep your clothes on, okay? Naked females do not last long in horror movies. Puka Boy doesn't decide to get in the water. He just lays down on the beach with his pants around his ankles and goes to sleep. It's a weird way to go to sleep, but whatever. Nebraska goes underwater, she comes up, and Puka Boy's gone. So, hope nothing bad happened to him. So Nebraska gets out of the water and she puts her clothes on and she's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wander aimlessly through these woods and just see if I can find this guy. And so yeah, she does that, comes upon this super creepy looking house and is like, you know what's a great idea? I'm going to go into that house alone and see what happens. Guess what happens? Zombies. That's what happens because this is a Derppocalypse. Of course it's going to be zombies. What the hell else would it be, guys? Yeah, anyway, she gets her brains ate. Infected. Also, Puka Boy's dead. He didn't get his brains ate. He got like Kali Mad through the heart. whatever, they're dead now, so the end of that story, I guess. Yeah, so anyway, back to Bravo Team. Bravo Team makes it to the island, and they follow a little map here, and they get to the place where the rave was, but when they get here, all like the tents are tore down, and like clearly looks like there was some sort of struggle here, because there's bloody clothes all over the place. Everyone's just super nonchalant about this. The only one who is like, yeah, guys, this is weird, is Frias. And she's like, yeah, you guys don't think this is weird? And they're like, no, stupid, it's not weird, we're just gonna drink and party. So my question to Frias is, why are you friends with these people? You should probably ditch them, because they're probably gonna get you killed. Just saying. And she does ditch them. Well, some of them. They decide to split the group up, because that's always a good idea. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Foxy Brown, isn't that what they called her? I don't remember.
It's me, Foxy.
She goes off with Chad and Frias, and they go to look for something. I'm not sure. I didn't really listen to it, to be honest with you, but I'm sure it's something important. Pancakes and Chaz stay behind to probably bang or something. I don't really know. It's a horror movie, so they're probably looking to canoodle. Anyway, Clint Howard's wandering around out in the woods because he's trying to hide the guns that the skipper is smuggling, so I should have called him Gilligan. Whatever. I'm calling him Clint Howard. Actually, it doesn't matter anyway, because he's dead now, because he got eaten by zombies in the woods, so... Infected. Unfortunately, no more Clint Howard in the movie, so that's a bummer. Anyway, moving on. Pancake and Chaz are, getting amorous, and Chaz is like, I gotta go poop, so he gets up to go poop. Well, he didn't actually say that, but we find out later he was actually getting up to go poop. Anyway, Pancake is just sitting there, and a zombie comes in and eats her. Actually, multiple zombies come in and eat her. Infected. That's not super important. What I do want to talk about, though, is the acting in this movie. This is porno acting. You go watch Pornhub, and you watch that, first couple of minutes of the porno that everybody always skips. This is the kind of acting you'll see. Just putting that out there. Don't ask me how I know. Moving on. So anyway, Frias and her group have wandered out through the woods, and they find the same creepy house Nebraska found earlier. They also decide that it is a good idea to go into this very creepy-looking house. And guess what they find in the big creepy house? No, not zombies. I know you were thinking zombies, but no. They find more characters. You already know Sideburns, he was in there. And they also find the creepy guy with the camera that was recording the girl's boobs earlier. They find him. We're just going to call him Perv, because that's a weird thing to do. They also find the girl whose boobs he was recording, who is my absolute favorite character in this movie, because she's dressed like this. So, with an outfit like that, I don't see how there's anything else I can call her except for the Asian American. Anyway, that's what I'm going with, so moving on. Anyway, they all have a little meet and greet and dump some exposition, and basically that amounts to, hey, there's zombies on the island, but you guys already knew that because I told you, you're welcome. So they're like, hey, we got a boat, you guys want to, get out of here? They're like, yeah, let's do that. So they all go traipsing back off through the woods again. So when they get to the rave site, Chaz, or Chad, I don't remember which one I called him, the taller, douchey white guy, and Pancake, yeah, they're gone. Didn't they hear this noise coming from the porta potty? And you remember when I earlier said that Chaz was taking a poop? Yep, he's in the porta potty. They flip him over and he comes bursting out like a jack-in-the-box, and then so he's like, yeah, wait, where's Pancake? And wouldn't you know it, Pancake comes barreling out from behind one of these tents, lunges at Perv, and bites him on the neck, turns him into a zombie. Nope. No, I'm just kidding. She grabbed him and snapped his neck like friggin' Mortal Kombat. Fatality! I don't know. I guess they're just not turning people into zombies. I don't know what the rules are. I guess there's magic that turns them into zombies. I'm not real sure, but that definitely ain't gonna do it. Anyway, she turns to, I guess, snap the rest of their necks, only to get shot by the Coast Guard lady who has been following them this whole time. And we'll call her Hillary Clinton. So anyway, she shoots this girl with a M4. That's not gonna cause you to go flying through the air like an old kung fu movie. I guess the physics in this movie don't play by real world rules, so it does. Anyway, we jump over to the boat, and the boat captain's just on the boat with a Desert Eagle just capping zombies. And I'm like, why are you still here? You have a boat. Sail away. Why are you don't even know these kids. Like, leave, stupid. So anyway, Hillary Clinton gathers everyone up, and they're moving back through the woods to go back to the boat. So they make it back to the boat, and then there's this long action sequence where Chad decides to swim out to the boat, and so there's a bunch of zombies, swimming to get to him. The captain has left the boat, and he's up here on a hill with a sniper rifle somehow. So I don't know when he got off the boat or how, because he didn't take a boat. So I guess he swam to shore, but he's not wet, so I don't know how that happened. But whatever, anyway, he's here with a sniper rifle. Asian American has decided that she's gonna wade out into the water to rescue Chad. I don't know why, because she's nowhere near him, and then she gets herself in danger, which I thought was stupid, but then she's just out here karate chopping zombies, and no, that's not... Now, so she's just out here in the water, just like manhandling these zombies, and they're like shooting zombies off her. This plan was just not well thought out. This was real dumb. The whole plan, the whole scene, everything about this was dumb. So they get back to shore, right? Nobody dies in this absolute clusterfuck of a scene. This is the funniest scene in the movie. Chad walks up to one of the zombies they've killed, and he's like cussing at it and being like, I'm gonna get you. So he flips this zombie over. This thing spits acid directly in his face. These things spit acid? Now, what are these? It was hilarious, because then he was like, no, but it was kind of, also, this dude's a douche, so he had it coming. Take that, Chad. Haha. Anyway, moving on. So anyway, they're doctoring up Chad's face, and we're going to call him Edward James Almost now, because he's got an Edward James Almost face now, courtesy of that acid. Yeah, that's kind of mean. I don't care. Moving on. Captain guy is like, hey, man, I got some guns in a box. You want to go get them? And then Hillary Clinton's like, yeah, let's do that. So they take Chaz. I don't know why, this dude's useless, but they decided to take him with them. Skipper, the captain guy, he's like, hold up, wait, it's time for some exposition. So he tells this story about this pirate guy. I don't know, they were gonna like transport him on a boat, and then the boat shipwrecked on this island somehow, so I guess it's not in a lake. I don't know why I was thinking it was in a lake. Maybe it was, I don't know. I'm not really paying that close of attention, if I'm being honest with you. But anyway, this pirate guy made all these zombies, apparently. And so there's been a guy that's been following him through the woods in like a leather face mask. I haven't mentioned that because I don't know, I'm dumb and I forgot, but it's a thing that's been happening. But anyway, the captain's like, well, if you just ask me, that's a bunch of hokey nonsense, and I don't believe in zombies. This is probably just a bunch of smugglers and cutthroats. And I'm like, this thing just shot acid in Chad's face. It just literally spit acid like it's Reptile from Mortal Kombat.
Reptile wins.
You think it's like a bandit? What? How? Even if it is, it's an acid-spitting bandit. That's cause for concern. That's silly. You're silly, Skipper. How did you become a captain? Anyway, so they're moving along and they get attacked by zombies, and Chaz here gets separated from the group, and he has one of the goofiest run sequences I've ever seen in a movie.
Run, bitch! Run!
And then they do this weird death animation thing where it's like part of the arcade, and I know it's what they're going for, but it's real stupid looking. But anyway, he's dead now. Chaz is dead. Got ate by zombies. Don't know if he got turned into a zombie. Who knows? Maybe he got his neck snapped. I don't know what they're doing. They had to beat him with a baseball bat. They're playing by GTA rules here. Okay, I was wrong. The captain didn't go with Hillary Clinton and Chaz. And they weren't going to get the gun box. They were going to get, they were going to radio for help. I'm not really paying that close of attention, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not very good at this. Whatever, I'm not getting paid, so sue me. After Chaz got killed, Hillary Clinton decides to double back and come find them. But they've left the spot she left them at because now they're going to look for a box with guns in it. So she somehow just knows where they're at and just found them. I don't know how that happened, but she just comes wandering out of the woods. She's like, so hey, I'm back. And your friend's dead. And they have about the reaction they did when Pancake died. These people were apparently not very close because they do not seem to give a rat's hairy ass about their friends dying. So, anyway, the captain finds this box and he's like, hey, look, guys, boop, I got guns in here. So they all go to pulling guns out, but as we'll find out in this next fight sequence, well, this is like the bag of infinite holding. They pull out an absolute arsenal of weapons out of this one box. It's just silly. You'll see in a minute. All right, so anyway, they move back to the house. They're going back to the house to hole up. I don't think that's a great idea, but whatever. This is the world we live in. This fight sequence is ridiculous. So I'm going to just watch this and I'm going to clip out reactions to things that are going on. All right, these things look like cheap Halloween costumes. Oh, these camera spins are just ridiculous. God, this is stupid. Oh, your posture, lady, lean forward. But now she's got a shotgun? She just had a pistol. Why are you coming out of the woods? Where have you been, Scarface? Foxy Brown, what are you using, Foxy? Pistols and now a shotgun? Make up your mind. Where were you keeping that shotgun? Would you shove it up your ass? Oh, Lord, was that even a zombie, good Lord? I think that was somebody's mom you just shot. Look at this. Look at this crouching tiger, hidden dragon shit. Look, what? What? Oh, God, it's just so much. Just so much wrong with this. I love how all these guys are just absolute masters with these firearms, having never fired a gun before. Also, this intercutting the scenes from the arcade with the movie is, well, it's like laughably bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's real dumb, but it's entertainingly dumb. So, like, I feel like it's going to give me a seizure, though. You ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. Triple kill. Yeah, pick up his hatchet. There you go. Yeah, now this girl just knows how to throw hatchets. What is your background, Foxy? Oh, Lord, these costumes are bad. Oh, more arcade clips. Oh, yay. It's not even entertainingly bad anymore. It's just going on too long. Asian American. She's out here like Hulk Hogan. Told y'all she was a wrestler. She out here just curb stomping these mugs. Hillary Clinton fires her pistol like Barney Fife. She's slinging them bullets. She's like, pow, pow. That ain't how you shoot a gun. This mug, Captain Ahab here, is dual-wielding Desert Eagles. Like, good lord, do you know how much those things kick? No, this old-ass man is not dual-wielding Desert Eagles. No, you are not, sir. No, they're killing the Asian American. That's my favorite character. That's a bummer. This movie's about to be a lot less entertaining. That's a great loss. Oh, let's do the thing where everyone sits and stares at the person dying. Don't shoot. I mean, y'all been popping headshots like they're going out of style this whole time. But yeah, I don't know what this is with the, like, holding her gun out. Like, I don't know what that was. That was weird. This is weird. They do some weird stuff in here. The cop lady finds her, like, partner who we have not seen this entire movie, and there's like this emotional moment where she has to shoot him in the head.
Headshot.
Look at this lady, Hillary Clinton. That's how you act. There's one thing Hillary Clinton knows how to do. It's fake emotion. Anybody? Come on. All right, also, this dude just shot this zombie in the back of the head. It sprays Hillary Clinton in the eyeball, and that doesn't infect her. And also, Captain Ahab here got bit on the arm, and it didn't infect him. So I have no idea what the rules for these zombies are. Like, sorcery, I guess. I don't know. It's gotta be like necromancy zombies, because this ain't no infection, for sure. Anyway, they all make it to the house and make it in, except for Hillary Clinton, and she's crawling in and gets her legs chewed off. So, Hillary's dead. Sorry, Hillary. You were actually one of the better actors in here. That's not saying much. All right, end of my tirade. Let's get back into the movie. Chaz and Chad are definitely psychopaths. I think they were serial killers before this movie started because they have no emotion. And this dude is a rampant narcissist. So after all of this, you're just seeing people die left and right, and you're getting chased by undead monsters through the forest. Take a guess what his concern is right now. That's right, his face, because apparently he's a model, and now he's concerned that no one's gonna hire him as a model. You know, actually though, now that I'm thinking about it, if I had this guy's acting skills, I'd be concerned too, because he's probably not gonna find work. That's a valid concern. Edward James Olmos can act, so that's why he was still making money. You can't, so yeah, you're probably screwed. Never mind, I take it back. Moving on. Captain Ahab, right? He hears Skipper, he hears his voice outside, and thank God we get to see Clint Howard one more time, because he goes to the door, and sure enough, it's zombie Clint Howard. So he goes out there, but unfortunately shoots him in the face before Clint Howard gets to say anything, which is a bummer, because he's the only one in this movie that can act. The captain is standing out here in the middle of all these zombies, and so Sideburns comes up, and he's like, hey man, might want to close the door behind you. Were you raised in a barn? That's a southern expression. You guys not going to get that, but whatever, I did, so I thought it was funny. Screw you. Moving on. So anyway, he says, yeah, close the door, jackass. And the guy's like, I don't have to close the door, I'm already dead. So then he pulls up a stick of dynamite to blow himself up. And I was like, that's cool too, but hilariously enough, when he blows himself up, it blows the door off the hinges and all the windows, so the zombies start coming in, which I thought was pretty funny, because I was like, you thought you were doing that, like, cliche heroic sacrifice, but you just messed around and made everything worse, dummy. So, Chad gets trapped behind, and he's like, I'll hold them off, and then he blows himself up.
Explosions!
So anyway, before they blow the place up, they find this tunnel, and so the only three that are left alive now is Sideburns, Frizz, and Foxy Brown, which is good, because I'm tired of keeping track of all these jackasses. So they're walking through the tunnel, and Foxy Brown gets eaten by some zombies who were, like, molded into the wall, and they kind of remind me of those things from Pirates of the Caribbean where they're, like, part of the ship, part of the crew, and they got, like, the barnacles all over them, so they, like, come out of the wall like barnacle zombies and, like, pull her in and eat her. So anyway, that's the last normal thing that happens in this movie. Buckle up, because the last 12 minutes of this thing are quite wild. So here we go. They make it into this other laboratory, and they encounter Chaz, the guy who died earlier, except it's not Chaz. It's this guy with the mask that's been following them this whole time, who is the pirate guy who was a necromancer. Whatever, they find a necromancer. Just suffice it to say, this guy's a necromancer. So anyway, they also find Chaz, who is chained to the wall and has had his face torn off. But anyways, he got these conquistador zombies. That's a fun word to say, by the way. Conquistador. Conquistador! Anyway, he's got the conquistador zombies, and they're, like, holding down Sideburns, talking about he's gonna, like, get his skin and, like, wear him like a skin suit, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of rapey. I think he just wants his booty. But, so he manages to get loose of these zombies. He pulls the grenade off, pulls the pin, and throws it back. He don't even try to save Chaz. He just blows Chaz the fuck up. Blew him up. All right, they run away from this building, and I'm going to lead the run-in for my male audience. You're welcome, fellas. So anyway, it gets blown up, but this necromancer guy, he ain't dead. So he comes out. Hold up. Getting a phone call. That was Sky. Thanks for interrupting my video, Sky. Just kidding. Love you. Okay, moving on. Where was I at? Right, necromancer guy. He's not dead. So he comes back up out of the exploded basement and he's like, guys, what the hell? I live there. And he comes up and he starts sword fighting them in a zombie. I can't make this up. You guys got to watch this movie. You got to see this. He's like bobbing and weaving and dodging like he's Neo from the Matrix here. And, oh, by the way, they mentioned way earlier in the movie that Frias took fencing lessons. And they put that in there so this scene would seem less bizarre. It didn't work. It's still bizarre. This chick is just like sword fighting a zombie. But he ends up stabbing her in the chest. So she like falls down and she's like, oh no, I'm dying. And then Sideburn comes up and he chops off the zombie's head. But then the zombie's body ends up choking Sideburns out. Frias gets back up off of the ground having been stabbed through the heart with a sword, walks over and curb stomps the zombie head. Kills it, or she stabs it. I don't know. I was looking at you guys and wasn't paying attention. Whatever. She kills the necromancer guy. This lady tough as shit. That should have been the main character right there. Maybe that was the main character. So yeah, anyway, that was House of the Dead. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I sure as shit did. Oh, but Derp, you forgot to tell us how to survive it. I don't know how to tell you. I don't go to parties, so I have no idea how you'd survive this. I would live through this perfectly fine, because I would never be at a rave to begin with. So, you're on your own. Figure it out. You'll be fine, I'm sure. And if you're not, whatever. Less survivors, more food for me in the zombie apocalypse. Sorry.